The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is the brand new film hitting theaters exclusively this past Friday. The film stars also playing himself, Nicolas Cage, Pedro Pascal, Tiffany Haddish, Ike Barinholtz, as well as Sharon Horgan and Lily Mosheen and Neil Patrick Harris. And the film tells as Nick Cage plays himself, a unique version of Nick Cage. He's kind of in a downward spiral in his career. He's missing things in his family life with his wife and his ex-wife and his daughter. He's not getting the movie roles that he wants. And his agent, Neil Patrick Harris, says there's this guy, rich man, a millionaire, who just wants you to come down to Spain to hang out with him during his birthday stuff. And that is Javi, played by Pedro Pascal. And along this journey, as they begin kind of a friendship, Tiffany Haddish and Ike Barinholtz come in, who are CIA agents, basically tell him that Javi's kind of in some bad stuff. And they have Nick Cage basically be a CIA type spy to make sure to find this girl that was kidnapped earlier in the film. The film's an hour and 47 and is rated R. Welcome back to a brand new movie review here at Max Talks Movies. We're talking The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, movie rankings, box office breakdown shows. Like the video, guys, the thumbs up button. That's how you support this channel in the best way. And comment down below. First of all, are you a big Nick Cage fan? Tell me some of your favorite Nick Cage films. Also, did you like this film? Did you not like the film? If you've not seen it, tell me, are you going to check it out in the coming days in theaters? And let's get started. So I was so excited for this film. This was out of the 3 films coming out this week, the film I was most excited to see. I've already seen The Bad Guys. Now I'm seeing this film. Was dying to see this film because I am not a super ultra Nick Cage fan, but I love the meta aspect of people playing each other. I'm talking about like films like Being John Malkovich, and I'm also a huge fan of This Is the End. So there's always these films that the meta aspect of playing yourself always got me. Really excited for Pedro Pascal. I think he's such a gifted actor. And again, it was a funny cast, and the trailers really got me. I was laughing at all the trailers. And what the trailers told you is exactly what the movie is in a great way. I had an absolute blast from start to finish watching this movie. Multiple positives. As I said, I was pretty much laughing throughout the entire film. There was like 1 or 2 complete belly laughs where I was dying laughing. There's some really funny bits. That bit in the trailer where Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal's character are trying to get over this wall. When you get the context of the scene, it's even funnier than it was in the trailer. When you get some background. And let's talk about the cast first. Nick Cage playing himself, and also Nick Cage plays a different version of himself who he sees mentally called Nicky Cage, who's kind of a younger version of Nick Cage, and they kind of have banter back and forth. But Nick Cage is so good in this movie. It has a lot more heart than I think people thought heading in. First of all, with the Nick Cage character itself. Now, obviously, this is exactly who he is in real life, but there's some real elements. He's been criticized over the past number of years about the quality of movies that he has made, why he keeps just working and working and working. And they kind of go into that. He just loves being an actor. He sees it as a job and he wants to keep working. And they kind of go into some of his personal life. It's kind of his struggles mentally, family problems, and why people, and some critiques that people have had with him. And this really is a kind of persona that people think of Nick Cage. And he has so much fun in this movie. They reference a lot of different films like Con Air, Face Off, National Treasure, The Rock, so on and so forth. And there's also films that I brought up that maybe a lot of people don't know or don't even like or don't like that much. And he'll say it's an underrated film that he had a great time making. So all of that kind of in joke, but also kind of realness to it kind of makes the film work throughout. Another key essential part of this movie is Javi, played by Pedro Pascal, who really is kind of a co-lead at times in the movie, because the heart and soul of this movie is this friendship, romance type bond with Nick Cage and Javi. The fact that Javi just adores Nick Cage. The only thing he just wanted to be there just to read his script and just kind of hang out with him. And they're kind of like one of the better buddy cop type or buddy bromance movies that I've seen in some time. They have outstanding chemistry. Pedro Pascal is fantastic in this movie. Easily one of my favorite things that he has done in his career. And the best part of when the movie is really working is when it's just the two of them on screen. And that's a lot of credit. This movie could have been a very selfish type film where it just could have been all about Nick Cage, but the movie works because it's not just about Nick Cage. It's about Nick Cage, his life, also his dynamic of meeting someone who values his whole career, even though he's going down this downward spiral, a guy who cherishes every time he's on screen. So their dynamic is really good. All the performances are really solid. Tiffany Haddish and like Barinholtz were good. I'll get to that actually in a sec. Sharon Hogan, who I like in Game Night, who's in as Nick Cage's ex-wife in the film, she was very good. All the performances are good, but the part that shocked me the most at the film is that the movie has a lot of heart. Yes, while it's very over the top and extravagant and dumb type of funny, which I really like, the movie has heart. As I said, it gets really personal at times with Nick Cage's character. And this relationship is really the heart. Pedro Pascal's character kind of becomes the heart of the movie. He's kind of this soft, delicate person who is being told by Nick Cage, by CIA agents, that he is the guy kidnapping people. And he just brings a lot of much needed heart to the movie. This movie was just a dumb comedy. It could have been a fun time in the movie, but the movie will stick with you because it has a lot more heart than I definitely thought heading into the movie. So overall, I had a blast watching it. The locations were beautiful, actually extremely well directed by Tom Gormican, whose only credit was directing and writing The Awkward Moments from 2014. He did a great job directing the movie. Beautiful locations, obviously, in both Los Angeles and Mallorca, Spain. They're beautiful, but the in-jokes, the heart, the comedy, I had a great time watching this movie. Now, there are some critiques I do want to have with the movie. The CIA agents, who are played by two hilarious actors, Tiffany Haddish and Ike Barinholtz, who obviously were just at the other party together, they shockingly were not that funny. And especially Ike Barinholtz is kind of in like one bit, and then you kind of forget, he kind of gets forgotten about the rest of the movie. It is really about the Tiffany Haddish and Nick Cage dynamic. I didn't really care about the CIA's agents at all. And I also couldn't really get totally into the CIA agent of it all. Like the first half of the movie is completely in-joke, buddy cop type film where like the first couple is all about Nick Cage going to this and then his stuff with Pedro Pascal. And then once the movie kind of gets into the plot that it wants to, which is Pedro Pascal is doing stuff with dirty people and Nick Cage is there to help spy on him. I don't think the movie hits as hard because it's Nick Cage trying to spy on him, and it's not Nick Cage together with Pedro Pascal. So there's a bit of a moment in the second act heading into the third act where the movie kind of forgets what makes it great, which is the two of them together. And the whole CIA of it all, of him spying at times, just is definitely the least funny part of the entire film. They do cheese stuff, which I actually thought was funny. Also, I did think the pacing at times would be kind of weird. The movie feels a lot slower than I thought it would be. It's an hour 48, could have been an hour 30 and feel a lot faster. There's a couple lulls in the movie for sure. And the pacing can be weird from something completely over the top where Nick Cage is talking to a complete different version of Nick Cage. It also will cut back to a kind of a serious moment where the daughter's kind of not happy that Nick Cage isn't there for him. Sometimes they don't really balance the serious heart of the movie and the over-the-top comedy. But overall, I had an absolute blast with this film. I'm going to give The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent a 4 out of 5 stars, 83% for this movie. I had an absolute blast, exactly what I wanted. And I'm really happy that Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal were so great in this movie. So definitely let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Please like the video, subscribe, do all those different things. My upcoming videos tomorrow, we'll get my Moon Knight episode 5 spoiler review. Thursday, you're going to get my DreamWorks top 15 movies ranking, and then my box office breakdown show on Monday. I do want to say before I go with this review, if people are out there and you're clamoring for new original films, you're not a big superhero fan, you're annoyed that everyone keeps talking about that those are the only things that want to be seen at the theater, you have to show yourself in the theaters. If you are one of those people who are complaining that where are the original films, like The Northman, Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and really The Bad Guys as well, 3 non-IP original films, go support these films in theaters. Because if you're not supporting these films in theaters and you're just talking about it, you're not helping the problem. So if you're one of those people who want to support original films, want these films to be shown in theaters and not just go to streaming, Go show Hollywood with your money going to the theater. That's all I want to say. I'm passionate about because I love these type of films, especially in the theater. I had a great theater experience. My whole entire theater was laughing throughout the entire film. And these are the type of films that sadly are just not being seen on the big screen enough. So definitely go support these type of original films. That's my final thoughts. Thanks for watching.